Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. The SNP have branded Keir Starmer the King of the Freebies. And it's one of these unusual ones where I actually am on the side of the SNP on this one because they are absolutely correct. He is a grasping, greedy man, worth millions, worth untold riches, and still reaches out and takes every single thing he can get. So much for, spread the wealth. Let's all have a go. Let's just be there and do the right thing. None of that. It's all me, me, me. Group B personality, narcissistic, borderline personality disorder, you name it. This guy is it. And greedy. So very, very greedy. Now, we know he has to get other people, another man, to buy frocks for his wife, because he presumably doesn't like forking out for it. But it turns out, and the SNP are pushing this line, that in the 4 years or so that he's been the Labour leader, he's had over £100,000 worth of freebies. Now, we're going to have a look at what some of these are, and we'll go through this list of what some of these are. But I want to know this. Has he paid tax on these? Because some of them must surely become to the point where it's, they go beyond gifts. Let's put it this way. By the very value of them, they go beyond gifts and they become benefits in kind. And if that's the case, then there is tax on them. Some, I know, as someone who works in this field, worked past tense, don't do it no more. But I know some are allowable, some are fine, but a lot won't be. And so if it is benefit in kind, then it is and should be taxable. And worse, have they all been declared? Or is this just the ones that he has declared? Because we know there's other stuff he hasn't, which is how the £20,000 for his wife's frocks got found out. Incidentally, by the way, I do note, and you won't see this in the mainstream media, but I happen to know, he will be facing no sanction, no censure, no investigation over Lord Ali buying Starmer's wife a frock and many frocks and gifts and all sorts of things. Because apparently the parliamentary authorities don't want to look at anyone from the left. It's only if Labour, if the Tories had done it or if Reform had done it, my God, they'll be crawling over it like ants at a picnic. But no, it's Labour. They are untouchable. So they won't be touching him. Or either that or they're too afraid to in case he puts them in prison. That's always that, isn't it? Stalin was never one for being investigated himself while he was destroying half the country, was he? But they have, as I say, called him the King of the Freebies. And he can't really answer against it because the evidence is there. The receipts are in, quite literally. He's accepted, and here we go, we've got some of the things he's done. He's accepted over 40 sets of free tickets. These have mostly been for football matches. Can he not buy his own football ticket, for Christ's sake? But these also include a £4,000 hospitality package at a Taylor Swift concert and £698 of Coldplay tickets in Manchester. So it's not just enough that he gets a free ticket to go and see Taylor Swift. I honestly wouldn't have put him down as a Swiftie. But he gets the whole shamoot. So you guarantee it was a very nice hotel, plenty of food, champagne, caviar. God, he was travelling like Angus Robertson next. He's also been criticised for receiving gifts from Labour donor Wadi Ali, as we said. The peer paid for £12,000 of work clothing, more than £20,000 of accommodation, and £2,485 for a pair of glasses, which, surprisingly, for how much those glasses cost, he cannot read the writing on the wall. And I'm not taking credit for that one. That was one of my very, very wonderful viewers who had left that comment in on a previous video. I'm blatantly stealing it, but I am saying thank you very much for that comment. See, I don't cheat. Other people's work does get credited. Anyway, Starmer was slammed. Of course, after Ali, well, this came out really after Ali was given that pass, this security pass. That's where they found out all this happened. How's he getting that security pass? Well, of course, didn't last long. He had to give the security pass back. The Ferrari was loud. You could hear it all the way across Whitehall. And so they had to go, oh, thank you very much for all those gifts. Thank you very much. 20,000 here, 10,000 there. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Can I have the pass back? And it'd be like that episode of Yes, Prime Minister when Jim Hacker has to take the key off Sir Humphrey. I just imagine that and Waddy Alley going up there and going, oh, I can come in, I've got a passport. Yes, sir, can I have your pass back, sir? There you go. Thank you. Fuck off. And what? No. And that would be what it would be like. Anyway. Kirsty Blackman, she's an SNP MP, said that the PM, in her words, is completely out of touch with ordinary families across Scotland. He's completely out of touch with ordinary people. He's completely out of touch with human beings. He's not one himself. You see him walk and look, and he's got that glazed must look always in front, always have that little fixed grin. Everything in my life is perfect. And he never looks side to side. He doesn't want to see normal people. He doesn't want to interact with normal people. So he just walks straight ahead like that. Watch him walk. It is uncanny valley. It really is. The man's not human. Anyway, the Aberdeen North MP said, Sir Keir Starmer is the king of freebies. It shows he's completely out of touch with ordinary families living across Scotland who are being hit hard by Labour Party austerity. It was always Tory austerity, but now it's Labour Party austerity. But I'm sorry to say, SNP, it's actually SNP austerity in Scotland. Don't come the cod. Anyway, it said this is what happens while he's living a life of luxury, raking in £100,000 of designer clothes, holidays, concerts and hospitality, while the rest of us go hungry and cold. Well done, Kirsty Blackman. I don't really know who you are. I'll probably hate you in any other respect because you're SNP and want to destroy the country and do harm to people. It's your party that is freezing the old people by making that decision to cut their fuel allowance, etc. But a little tip of a hat, a tiny tip of the hat, because you have nailed Starmer to a wall. If only that wasn't metaphorical, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, she said it sends an appalling message that the Labour Prime Minister is milking the system for all that he can get. Absolutely. And he still gets his £3,000 worth of heating allowance while culling the elderly. It's not surprised people have had enough. And he struts around like butter wouldn't melt, like he doesn't shit anything other than honey. And look at me, I'm magnificent. And please take these ordinary people away from me. I don't wish to see them. Warts and all. Do you know what? He's like Louis the 16th, isn't he? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We'll finish that there. Let me know what you think, and I will speak to you later. Bye.